Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, and a question everyone is asking today is what is causing Tesla stock to drop even further than just the overall NASDAQ market? A lot of you guys know that the NASDAQ market is just a composite of a lot of tech stocks, so it's heavily influenced by huge tech companies, right? So this is why you're most likely seeing a lot of the tech stocks that you're investing in most likely pulling back today if the NASDAQ market continues to pull on back. One of the things that we did notice is that Tesla is pulling back more than just the average tech stock. And first off, one thing that everyone is talking about is that Tesla is down due to China issues, solely with the idea that their sales are down this month in comparison to what they were before. And a lot of that has to do with just the PR issue with China and supposedly tension between the US and China. There are some form of concerns in the China market that they're hearing weird noises in the Tesla, that for some reason they are saying that, are we spying on them with these vehicles? And as well as they have their own domestic auto EV makers, such as NIO and another less popular one. And again, no question that China is going to make sure that they do everything in their power to push those EV vehicles versus something like Tesla where it comes from the US and again, all the tension between the US. One of the things that I don't hear enough people talking about is today, as of Tuesday, because of this tension between the US and China, super unfortunate, which actually makes sense on why the market is pulling on, or why the Tesla stock is pulling on back, is Tesla had plans to expand and create a manufacturing plant in China due to demand, right? I think this month they delivered a little bit over, or they sold a little bit over 25,000 vehicles, which is more than they sold in January, but incrementally it is down and the deliverables are just not there. With the tension between the US and China, to put it in very simple terms, they are no longer going to proceed with creating this plant or this manufacturing plant in China, which is huge, right? It just means that they're not expanding as quick as they anticipated, and it's so unfortunate that it's not even due to them, but it's due to, I guess, just the tensions between the two countries. You can say whatever it is that you want in the comment section about that and your thoughts. It's, at the end of the day, just unfortunate news, and I would say I can't say that it's out of Tesla's control, but it almost feels like it's out of Tesla's control, right? One of the things that I want to share with you is, what do we make of this? I'm surprised. This is actually a conversation that we had within our live stream today with the Learn Plan Profit Group, and I'm super glad we did, because you guys know that I'm invested in Tesla, right? You guys know that I have quite a bit. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in Tesla. I saw Tesla drop below 580 during the pre-market session, and I was eager to double down on my position. I wanted to go in with 1,500 shares, and I held back because of the simple idea that we don't know how much worse this can get, right? There was another accident in the United States that was a fatal accident, if I'm not mistaken, that it's just creating a lot of PR issues as of right now with Tesla, and it's really driving the price down. So am I going to be closed-minded and just average and double down every time it sells off? Or am I going to try to do it effectively and stay well balanced? And this is one of the things that I want to share with you. We all have different plans and we all have different intentions. And I hope that you can use this approach if it makes sense to you and if you see value in it to whatever it is that you're investing in. And my biggest thing is no one that is investing or that only bought one share of Tesla is freaking out right now, right? Because let's say you have $10,000 in your trading account or your investing account, and you only bought one share of Tesla. It doesn't even matter if you bought it at $700 a share, right? You are so lightly invested that it pulling back 4%, yeah, it does suck. You're down on the day, but it's not a dollar amount that most likely affects you. Versus someone that's fully invested, it's down 4%, and you're like, it's the end of the world. I have no more buying power. I don't want to do this anymore. Your attitude towards the market is just, you're discouraged. And I get that. And all I'm here to share with you is put yourself in a position to succeed. So going back to the idea of I was going to double down at 580, right? I decided not to. I decided to only buy 25 shares. I get 25 shares might be a lot for someone. For me, it's 1/120th of what I could potentially invest in. And it's all relative to your account size, to your experience, and to what you can tolerate. Don't just think, right? And I'm telling you this as I'm someone that's invested in Tesla. Don't buy Tesla today if you think that it's going to recover tomorrow. If that's your plan, where's that plan coming from? Tesla's bearish right now. It's receiving really bad news, and yes, it could potentially recover, but it wouldn't surprise me if it takes weeks from now, right? It would not surprise me if Tesla continues to sell off. And it's so mind-boggling, right? When I was going back and forth thinking about how should I approach this red day. I knew it was going to be red. That's very unfortunate news that Tesla's no longer expanding to that China market, right, with their manufacturing plant. I knew the market was going to be down more for Tesla. So am I going to double down? Well, what if it continues to sell off? I just put myself in a worse position for my future self. So instead, I want to keep it tasteful. I want to make sure that my attitude towards the market is not determined by my aggression on how I average down to a fallen position. And I think that's what really made the difference for me, is it really allowed me to focus on what's important. And there's no question, I see long-term value in Tesla. You can agree or disagree, but that's my focus. And that's why I want to do it in a tasteful way. I want to incrementally buy when it makes sense to me. Not so much that, oh, it dropped, I'm going to have to double down now, right? When I feel like people approach it in that way, sometimes, yeah, you might get lucky, but more often than not, and I think a lot of you guys can agree with me, if something was bearish, it's most likely going to continue to sell off, and you just put yourself in a worse position. So I wanted to share with you on how I plan to do it. And it's with the simple idea of keeping it tasteful. I want to have enough money in whatever it is that I'm invested in, that I feel motivated, and that I'm eager to follow up with it, and that I'm not scared to buy with certain position sizes that I understand my intention. I don't mind holding Tesla for a couple of months, even a year, right? Because I see value in it. So I can't expect it to recover right away versus someone that goes all in and then gets upset that Tesla's down 10% next week. How is that a surprise, right? If you look at Tesla on the 180-day chart, it's been selling off. So what made you think that it had to recover? Just because you bought it? You have no influence to the market. I don't, you don't, we all don't, right? And with that simple idea in place, it wouldn't really surprise me if it continues to sell off. So I wanted to make sure that I set my future self up for success, that I take advantage of deals when I see them, but I do it in a tasteful way so my attitude towards the market stays positive. And that is all dependent on your position size. Do it in a tasteful way, if that makes sense to you. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I wanted to share with you guys on why Tesla was pulling on back. I saw and heard a lot of people talking about Tesla, and yeah, sales were down, but the biggest factor, in my opinion, had to be due to the tension, they're just no longer expanding with that manufacturing plant in China, which is, of course, sad to hear. Definitely not a step in the right direction, but we'll see where we go from here. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Feel free to share any thoughts down in the comment section. Don't forget to stay connected if you guys want to join our free Facebook group. It's absolutely for free. 312,000 members. That's that first link in the description. And again, I trade live every morning, and I work exclusively with the Learn Plan Profit group. If you want to tune on in tomorrow, click the second link down in the description, and we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Until then, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a great note. Take it easy, team.